Okay, Ron here again with F-Stop Airbnb demonstrating the Gaggia super automatic coffee machine. This is video 4 demonstrating the process for cappuccino. So anytime you're going to make a cappuccino, the first thing you got to do is make sure you've got a pitcher of at least a half full pitcher of milk. This pitcher is stored over here in this refrigerator. This is the guest refrigerator. Everything in there is for your use. When you take the pitcher out, you'll need to fill it with milk. I always leave a sealed bottle of 2% milk. So you can just fill this by lifting this up and pouring the milk in there. You'll need to have at least a half a pitcher to make a cappuccino without the risk of running out of milk in the middle of the process. You have to install this in the machine, and to do that, you have to always remember to flip this lever out. If you ever go to install this in the machine and it just won't seem to fit, and you feel like you're having to force this pitcher to get it to lock in, it's because you forgot to open this lever. And it's hitting here instead of going up into the machine the way it should. So just make sure that this is always open. Once you have this open, it's the same access point as the hot water port was. You put it in there, and then down here at the bottom, there's this little black area. You just snap the pitcher into place and it's secure. Once it's there, push it all the way forward so that there's no gap between these pieces. And then it's time to get your cup under it. Now I've already loaded in here 3 pumps of vanilla syrup. You have your choice here between caramel, mocha, French vanilla, and French vanilla sugar-free. Rather than using this syrup, you can always go with no sweetener at all. Or you can put regular sugar at the bottom of your glass, or any of the various sweeteners. All of that stuff is available up here. So once the cup is in place, you need to make sure that this cup is underneath both of the coffee tubes, as well as underneath this flip-out lever, because there's going to be liquid coming from all 3 of those locations going into this cup. And if you're not paying attention to where you set the cup, part of your cappuccino ingredients are going to end up in the drip tray. So once you've got this in position, just about like that, you're going to go back here and select your strength or your pre-grind if you're wanting, a cappuccino with no caffeine in it. Or if you want to use your own pre-ground coffee bean or coffee grinds. If you do use your own pre-ground coffee grinds, please don't use anything strange, flavored or anything like that, because I just don't want weird stuff going into the machine. So continue to push this until we got the strength we want. I'm going to go for a full strength cappuccino here. Once the strength selector is in place, then all you have to do is find the cappuccino button, which is right here, and push it, and it will start filling. It's going to first fill it about halfway with milk foam, and then after the milk stops, it'll go to the coffee and dispense coffee in. If you get the feeling that it's going well past half full of milk, then that means something has gone wrong with regard to it remembering how much volume it needs for this size cup, and you need to force it to move on to the next step in the process. To do that, you just hit the check mark button. Anytime you think that it's putting more in here than it should, you can move on or stop it, whichever the case may be according to the process, just by hitting that check mark again. So here we go with the cappuccino. One simple press of that button, and it's doing its grind. As you can see, those beans are moving in. And the boiler is heated up. And so now we're going to get some milk hopefully dispensing into our cup. It's still working. There we go. That's the infusion taking place with the coffee pot. Here comes the milk foam. So I can see it's nearing the halfway point here. If it doesn't shut off in the next 5 seconds, then it means that it has lost memory of the quantity it needs. And to remedy that, I would just push this. By doing that, it will stop it there and go on to the next step. And the next step, of course, is putting the coffee, the espresso in. And here it comes. And you'll notice as it comes in, it's giving us a beautiful three-way separation. You can see some layering showing here. Again, if you're worried it's going to overfill, you can just hit the check mark and up there, just like I did, hit that check mark again, and it will stop. And then we bring it out, and there is one nice cup of cappuccino. If you look behind these syrups, there are a box of about 5,000 wooden stir sticks, and you can go in there and stir it a little bit to mix the sweetener in if you want, or do whatever you like. So there is the finished cappuccino. Delicious. Once again now, when the cappuccino is finished, it will give you a choice and ask you if you want to do a quick clean on it. I let that go past me, but I could have just, when it came up, punched the yes button. But even though I missed it because I was drinking the coffee, I can still do it. And to do that, I just slide this little tray in underneath everything. And right here, you'll see Carafe Quick Clean. So if we hit that button, that's going to make sure there's no residual milk in the plumbing here. You can see it showing it's heating up, and it's asking me to verify that I've got that, basically that I'm ready to go, that the pitcher is installed and I'm ready to have it cleaning. You can see it wants the check mark. So to confirm, I hit that check mark and it goes into quick clean mode, which will then dispense hot water through the system. That's all there is to it. It just did a quick clean. You can throw that in the sink, rinse that out, and get it ready for next time. Now all there is to be done, if you're not assuming we're finished with it, is to close the lever on that, put it back in the fridge, turn our machine off, and enjoy our cappuccino. Thanks for watching. The next video will be on special drinks. Thanks a lot.